welcome back to the API of New Hampshire Delta T Technical Video Series. In this video, I'll be walking you through how to check the wiring when you have a communication fault. Communication errors will show up as CH05 or CH53. I'll walk you through the test and tell you what to expect for results. We're here in the Manchester training facility, where I have intentionally placed an error code in this unit. When you look at the indoor unit, you see blinking CH05. That is a communication error code. I'm going to show you how to walk through testing that using a multimeter, making sure that we have continuity where we want it, and we don't have a connection in places we don't want it. The first thing that you'll want to do is remove the panel, which I've already done for the sake of time, and you'll want to confirm that power has been turned off. With power disconnected to the unit, you'll remove the wiring from the indoor unit, being careful to mark them if they're not color-coded. Keep them separated as you take them out so that you don't get a false reading. You'll repeat that on the outdoor unit, separating the wires. With no wires touching inside and no wires connected outside, using a simple ohm setting on your multimeter is going to be the first test. Using the audible feature, touching the two leads, you can hear the beeping. We should not hear beeping anywhere along this test. We'll check between the first and second wire, the first and third wire, and the second and third wire. No audible sound is the expected test. That means these wires are not shorted to each other. We also want to do the same type of test, leaving one probe on a ground. Checking from wire 1 on the audible test, 2 and 3. No ohms reading means that this wiring is not shorted to itself. For the last part of the test, you'll have to go back inside the house, take wires 1 and 2, connect them temporarily with a wire nut, and then going back outside, we'll repeat the test. Between wires 1 and 2, we now have an audible reading and a measurable ohms resistance. That tells us that our wiring 1 and 2 are complete from the outdoor unit to the indoor unit and back again. That would be the expected test. You would repeat that test connecting wires 1 and 3, and then lastly 3 and 2. If doing that test you have an open or you don't have continuity, the wiring is broken, and that is most likely the reason of your communication fault. As a recap, with the power turned off and the wiring disconnected indoors and outdoors, you'll want to place a wire nut on the indoor unit between wires 1 and 2, go back outside and check if you have continuity. You should have a connection between wires 1 and 2 with the wire nutted inside. Repeat that test for wires 3 and 1 and 3 and 2. Again, you should have continuity when they're connected indoors. When we check to ground or we check for shorts between, it's important to make sure that all 3 wires are disconnected and not touching anything. In this situation, we should not have continuity when we measure between these wires, or between these wires, or between those wires. There should be no continuity to ground as well. If this has passed the test and everything is good, you'd be looking for a communication fault with one of the boards at that time. At that point, give us a call, we'll help you finish it up. Thank you for checking out this video.
I really hope you enjoyed it and you found it useful. We'll see you back here again soon as we continue to help you grow your business every step of the way.